Well, howdy, y'all. It's me, the Borax Kid, everyone's favorite Futurama character. Y'all remember me, right? Remember that episode with all the gender swaps? I showed up at the end and also helped. And then I showed up any other time the show really needed a character who was a rich southern gentleman archetype dressed like a Kentucky colonel, but made entirely out of salt. Because salty is all y'all are gonna be when the game gives you me instead of the character y'all really wanted.
I'm greasing up my Who's-Its!
Hey everybody, it's WillBits, and the Borax Kid is here. They are teasing us really bad with the clams, but I don't know if this is part of a longer thing, or if they're just kind of teasing him because they know how badly we want the robot mafia. But okay, we are gonna be helping out the town of Boronberg, which was never a place in the show. But the Borax Kid showed up, I guess. Let's let the game tell us about it.
Howdy, folks. Mind if an old friend pleads pathetically for help?
Hey, everyone. It's the Borax Kid. But why would a debonair pile of minerals like you need my help?
Well, sir, I'm the proprietor of Boronberg, a small borate mining town on the moon, or I was, till a gang of robots moved in and took over.
I'll help however I can. Nobody cares more about boron than me.
I'm pretty sure I do.
Alright, so, we want bullets, we want the rusty rail, we want...
Oh, snap!
Fry looking desperate for about 30 seconds. So bullets! You get bullets from the Professor, Amy, and Scruffy. Everybody should have those. And they drop from these 3 buildings. 7 to the power of 11. Malfunctioning eddies and the suicide booth. Let's see.
Please select mode of death.
Hey, bullets. We have 1 bullet.
It's very Earth-friendly.
And malfunctioning eddies. Perfect. We have 3 bullets. We're rich in bullets. Overall, you're gonna eventually need a lot of bullets, I suspect, as they're part of the new mechanic. We'll talk about that in a bit.
What's wrong, Bender?
I need an outlet for my pain. I complain and no one listens.
Frankly, Bender, you do nothing but complain. It's easier to stop listening.
That's why I'm gonna restate my complaints in the form of a screechy 12-bar blues. Everybody loves those.
Country music, everybody loves it. So, the first thing we're gonna be working on is Ramblin' Rodriguez. I don't know if you remember that episode when Bender finally gets to be a country music star. We're gonna need, there's a bunch of new buildings. We're gonna need harmonicas from the Technology Lab, TGI Folkies, the Rusty Rail, and then Kiff, Fry, Bender, and Crushinator will be doing actions to pick up these delightful harmonicas. First things first, the Rusty Rail. Let's grab it. We're gonna build, where's our Wild West town gonna be? We don't have a whole lot of room after the previous events. For now, we're gonna try to cram things over in this corner. Tex 1138 seems appropriately themed enough. And for anybody who had the quest to have Robot 1X build a building, all you had to do was wait a bit, and it showed up from the previous event. No need to build a building you don't want. Oh, so that's gonna take like an hour to build. That's inconvenient.
I can and
It's not really worth rushing. While we're waiting on that, let's look at the other 2 things that we have here outside of the costume and the Borax Kid who we're gonna work on. There is a mystery box. And for now, at least, the first taste is free. That's an interesting way to do this. Let's look at the prizes. Everything here seems to just be a decoration. There's only 5 of them. They're pretty neat looking. And they don't seem to give any gameplay benefits whatsoever. And since 1 is free, well, why wouldn't we? Hey, and we got the little rock guy. I like the rock guys. Shlee is pretty great. Shlee, of course, because he or her does not exist when they have no gender. And they kind of kicked off the events that eventually led to the Borax Kid showing up. Hey buddy, do you animate? No, you just sit there. That's okay. Shlee is gonna stay right there and Shlee will be just fine. That's hard to remember to do. Pronoun trouble. I do good enough with human pronouns, okay? So the big premium thing to help out is, of course, Crushinator. Honestly, one of the hottest pieces of bot in the entire series. From the second episode, who can resist? Who can resist Crushinator? She always drops harmonicas and another thing that I can't tell what it is, but it's probably gonna go for helping out the Borax Kid. I know I'm gonna get her, so let's just pick her up right now. 200 pizza, acceptable. Hi, Crushinator. You don't have a building, Crushinator.
I am prepared to party as if it was the year 3999 on the moon.
That voice is not gonna be one that I do very much.
Hey there, good looking, remember me?
No, but I do remember being good looking. Have we met before?
I'm the Crushinator, the mother of your child.
Oh, right. So, did you get those child support checks I never sent?
I would say no. Crushinator is, of course, yet another influencer. But hey, it's another one for the party. Ramblin' Rodriguez, which is our costume, is a delivery boy, so we have another one of those. And the Borax Kid is going to be our captain. Crushinator has 2 different animations currently. So far I've been seeing a trend of them putting out a character and then a couple of more animations trickling in over time. I sank into my chair when I first saw Mr. Peppy, but he actually has significantly more to do now, with a whole 3 animated tasks, one of which requires Fry. So maybe she'll get more, I don't know. 2 is better than 1, so I'm not gonna complain too hard about it. She only has to be level 9 to get all of her tasks, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Just seems like the least we could do. I don't know if she's gonna be involved in space missions at all. I was kind of expecting that. Worst case scenario, she'll be involved in accelerating the drop rates of some of these cool items. So in order to actually cover this event correctly, I've done something a little unprecedented. I actually cut, and it is now 3 hours later after when I was first recording, so that I can actually pick up another set of bullets, and they do seem to be guaranteed drops, thank goodness. So I've got 6 from those, and then I'm actually gonna spend a little pizza to rush those guys. I'm gonna do that in just a minute though, because let's pick up these quests. Just for the sake of completion while I'm here.
I do like the part where they scream.
Do you think there's a future for us as robot lovers?
There's definitely a short-term future for us behind that dumpster, baby.
You wanna have sex behind my cousin?
Yeah.
Sounds like something Bender would be into.
So will you call me or will I have to crush you?
I don't know. Let's try an experiment. I'll go far away and you wait to see if I call. If I don't, I'll come right back so you can crush me. Is it a deal?
Yes, but I must know soon. So go far away quickly, darling.
Great, cool, good. Not gonna do those yet, because we want to finish building that. And we got a mop straight away.
Folks call me the Borax Kid.
Uh-oh. And we immediately have things to collect. I was worried there were gonna be things to collect and not just a free character, so...
What are you gonna do all your New York?
I reckon I'll give city living a shot. So if you point me at the nearest restaurant that allows smoking, I'll be much obliged.
No.
Smoking indoors isn't allowed in this city.
Or outdoors in a lot of it.
Really? Well, sir, then I'll just have to drown my sorrows in a meal full of nice trans fats.
You're gonna have a rough transition. Alright, so let's see what all he's going to entail. They call me the Borax Kid. The moon mission straight shot is actually Clamp's Clamp, so he's actually gonna be a little hard to get. Straight shot is actually the last mission. So getting the Borax Kid is also gonna be pretty far down the list of things we're able to do. So Aldrin's Gulch Hotel is needed for his string ties, or it's not quite a bolo, but it is that kind of tie a little bit. Ramblin' Rodriguez plays for tips, so you have to have Rodriguez. Have to have Rodriguez without skipping that. The Leavenworth Variable Security Prison, 910 pizza to skip that. Hachi-machi! And then, of course, those were boxes of borax, didn't recognize earlier. Should get those pretty quickly if you have Crushinator, but otherwise, Kif and Earl can work on that, and that's a little rough. Earl should be fine. Kif is also going to be busy picking up harmonicas for Ramblin' Rodriguez. So probably do those first, and then switch over to helping out with Borax if you don't have Crushinator in your party. Regardless, you're going to want to prioritize Rodriguez first. So just because I really want to have it on camera, I'm going to spend some pizza, not for me, but for you. With about 3 hours left, it'll take 6 pizza to rush each of these bullet casting tasks. Difficult to say, perhaps. You only need 15 bullets to do the quest here, so this gives you your 15 plus however many you got from buildings. And speaking of buildings, as I just wind down the time to see if my pizza task gets cheaper, some people lost some of their buildings due to the bug with Central Park kind of shifting around post-Omicronian invasion event, and I noticed at least one person doesn't have their suicide booth, and some people are probably missing others. So there's a very real chance that people might be a little behind on which casings they can get. It'll probably be okay eventually because these guys are gonna get the main stuff. But okay, enough stalling. Let's spin some pizza. Not for Kif. Let's spin some pizza. It pains me. Yes. Oh, I can just do the 2 because I collected earlier. We're okay.
I warn you, Fry, this gang is tough. Their leader's a robot named Klingams, a vicious killer who rarely treats ladies with the respect they deserve.
Clamps? Oh, one time he nearly mangled me and my coworkers, and I'm probably forgetting some other times.
He's vicious, all right. The day he rode into Bernberg, he walked into the saloon and clamped the sheriff. But he did not clamp the deputy. Then, however, he did.
Did not follow the song lyrics well.
Hang on, kid. Can I call you the Borax Kid?
Folks call me the Borax.
Yeah, I know. Remember, you used your power to control matter and energy to get me my genitals back that one time? Can you get rid of outlaws that way?
Nope. The good folks of Boronberg don't much cotton to my tinkering with reality. They want clamps taken out in a duel.
Okay, so challenge him to a duel.
See how my hand shakes? Hard living's giving me the gallium trembles. I can't even aim a TV remote, let alone a gun.
And how do you defend yourself? I mean, from bad TV.
Just don't watch TV. Learn about dueling. This is what I wanted. The Borax Kid needs your quick hand to help him win dueling matches on the moon. Collect bullets from various character actions and buildings. Take your bullets with you on your moon adventure. Use your bullets to compete in duels on the moon. Hint, we recommend leaving the characters that make bullets on New York. Good to know. So Amy, you're gonna be busy. And Scruffy, go back to making bullets. Everybody else, let's check out the new stuff. Gunslinger. So once again, I'm gonna have to have made a mistake so that you guys can learn from my grievances. Fry is required to run this mission, which you need to do. However, Fry, in my game, is currently getting a robot lap dance because it helps collect harmonicas. I started that 3 hours ago when I was first finished my phasing of recording. And here he is, still doing it. I could wait an hour, but I've already spent pizza, so what's digging a little bit deeper in order to do this logistical dance? And I've got all this fuel left over. And we didn't even get a harmonica. To add insult to injury. Let's look at the space mission. So the good news is, looking at this whole big thing, this is a pretty neat pattern. You definitely want to bring a delivery boy, but you have to bring Fry, so you've already got one. And you do get some tombstones for free. Probably advisable, since you'll get that. But notice, these are all green. None of these are yellow, so you're actually not going to be fighting. The characters you bring almost don't matter because it's all going to be interactions. Ideally, these are going to go better once you have Ramblin' Rodriguez or the Borax Kid himself, but the biggest thing that you need is fuel to get through and bullets. As many bullets as you can find because the tasks have kind of a crappy drop rate from what I've seen.
So this is Boronberg, Borat mining capital of the moon. Come on, let's find clamps.
Wow, is it quiet? What do you do here for excitement?
Oh, we live simple lives. Barn raisins on Friday nights, no liquor on Sundays.
What do you do on Saturdays?
Generally, we liquor up and burn down a barn. Looks like one of the townsfolk's challenging you to a duel. It's a long-standing tradition here on Boronberg.
What if I don't want to?
Most folks will make a special exception for a conscientious objector like yourself. By which I mean they'll bury you in the special cemetery up on Conscientious Objector Hill after a real quick duel.
So the Borax Kid, I guess, is going to follow us through. Let's bring known violent antagonist Neil deGrasse Tyson. Now we'll bring Bender. Why not? It's high noon and a lone figure stands posed in the distance. It's time for a duel. What do? So, your options are run away like a baby, distract them with Rodriguez, which I guess would probably increase your chances. With a lot of these people, you have a 20% chance. For some, you can have as much as a 40% chance. We are bad shots, but we have a bunch of bullets and nothing to do except throw them at people's heads. So let's take a shot. And we have failed. And we've lost some health in the time being. Bender's not looking great for it. Your wound stings, but you still got some kick in you. Let's take another shot. Ah! Basically, you can keep doing this until you either run out of bullets or die.
I just found out Clamps has been hanging around with the Crushinator.
Oh lordy, she's a good girl, but she's a pushover for any robot in pants.
I've seen her, and I'm pretty sure it's physically impossible to push her over.
If you've been around as much as I have, Mr. Fry, you know that between a man and a woman, nothing is impossible. I remember one evening a young lady of my acquaintance and I measured the position and velocity of an electron simultaneously.
That's quantumically impossible. So I'm going to take this lower path, even though it's probably going to involve a lot of running away. From what I can tell, the level of character you bring utterly doesn't matter, other than the fact that Rodriguez is going to be very useful. Hey! And I got my first shot against the guy. You get 3 tombstones for successfully murdering someone. I guess, I don't know, are we killing them and then robbing their grave? But he was buried in 3 graves, and I don't understand, and this is having some dark implications. But mostly you're going to want to make sure you take all 3 of these paths, if only to get all 30 tombstones available across all of them, even if you don't have the bullets to handle it, especially if you can get there tonight. I know it's late tonight. You're probably watching this in the morning. The Moon Patrol, you have 40% of a chance with, which is a lot better than the other ones. So absolutely, this is probably a better place to spend your bullets, because you have a little better chance of getting them, especially if you're running low currently.
I finally found you, Crushinator. Tell us where Clamps is.
Not unless you defeat me in a duel.
What is with this town? Is dueling with each other all day all you people do all day?
No, there's a lot of burying in between.
30% against Crushinator. We're just gonna spend our wad or kill her, whichever happens first. Or Fry dies. Oh, we are out of bullets now. Okay, well, could have gone better.
You got the first shot. What do you want to know?
Where's Clamps?
He set up shop on Paws Hydroponic Farm. From there he controls the borate mining operation with an iron fist and a quick trigger finger. My sweetums is so dreamy.
Wait, you're dating Clamps? Drama. I got 21 tombstones for my haul.
What danger have you got me into this time, Fry?
The Borax Kid needs our help. We have to defeat a gang of outlaws in a duel.
The Borax Kid? Why didn't you say so? He's the reason I still have my genitals. I haven't used them in years, but I appreciate having them back where they belong.
I'm pretty sure you used them for at least, potty times. Okay.
Bad news, Fry. The Moon Farmers joined gangs with that outlaw gang.
Why would he do that?
Seems Clamps and his daughter, the Crushinator, are now engaged.
Sounds like a match made in clamping, crushing heaven. By which I mean Central Georgia. You know, Atlanta. If it was still there, and it's not. So now we have a quest. Cast bullets 3 times, build TGI Fokies, get 5 tombstones from space. TGI Fokies costs 20. I managed to get 21. Woo! This is gonna be a bit of a grind, but you need this to get Bender.
I can and will.
And that'll be ready in the morning, but that's a pretty good sign. So with that, we have everything we need except the technology lab, which is going to cost 58 tombstones. There's another 15 guaranteed if you run both of those other paths in that first map. But the second mission on the moon requires Ramblin' Rodriguez to run. You have to have him. And he's gonna potentially be taking most of your shots, so you might want to level him up just so he has enough health that you can keep using him in duels. Since you get 30 tombstones for free just for cruising through the missions, you're gonna need another 48 tombstones total in order to get both of the buildings that you need. I've already got TGI Fokies, and I only won a couple of matches, so I will need to get another 42 or more to actually pull this off. So crap those bullets. I recommend you spend most of them on the 40%ers where you can, but do take a couple pot shots along the way. You may get lucky, and you're going to need to. Building that technology lab is going to be the biggest trick to this first step of unlocking Rodriguez. It's a little bit tricky, but that's going to be our task for at least this week until I don't know when. I don't know how long this event is because there's not an FAQ currently. And they haven't announced it with a big countdown anywhere. So I can't tell if this is just the Borax Kid event and our goal is just getting Crushinator and Borax Kid, or if we're actually secretly in a Robot Mafia event and they just haven't told us that it's a mega event that we're gonna be doing for a while. How many more parts are there, if any? Maybe it's just a 2-week event and then next week we'll be using these characters plus another couple more to pick up Clamps! I hope? I guess? I don't know. Stay tuned while we find out more about whether or not this is an event, but as it is, cast as many bullets as you can, pick them up in your finger, and flick them at people's heads, and maybe eventually someone will catch one in their eye, die of shock, and then you'll be able to collect all his tombstones and use those to buy property. I'm pretty sure that's how this works. I think that's what's happening. Good luck, everybody. I think you're gonna need it with this one. They've definitely introduced some tricky and kind of RNG-tastic events to do. Let me know how you're doing. I look forward to complaining right along with you guys about bullets and terrible drop rates all week long, like a family. Sound off in the comments. Bye for now.